You're coming into some money. This is just your confirmation about what you know already. The money is on the way. For those that's already been getting this in the spirit and you've been discerning it, you've been dreaming it. This is just confirmation that the money is coming. But I will say this, take off the limits. Take off the limits. Anything that you thought could not happen for you, it is going to happen for your good. Just take the limits off. In this time, in this time, what I am sensing is take off the limits, take the cap off. Because a lot of times we limit ourselves, we limit God, we put things in a box because we have never seen an outpouring in our life. But I am telling you, there is an outpouring. You will be financially stable. When I was on my way to bed, what I heard was, let's get paid. And this keeps coming back to me over and over in my spirit. So what I did, I went through my dreams, like my notes. I put notes down every time I dream. So if you are a dreamer and you write things down or put it in your phone, that's what I do. And I went back to my notes. This was in 2023 when I had a dream that of the money truck. I called it Blooms, but it's Loomis. I think that's how you say Loomis, Loomis, Loomis truck. I had a dream about that. Then I had a dream about picking money up off the highway, just a lot of money, and then working around money. I had on this vest, and then it brought me back to that. It brought me back to that about money is coming for those that already been sensing this. This is already in your spirit. And also for those that's entrepreneurs, where God has pulling you away from your 9 to 5, and he's putting you in a position to be able to work on your own. You'll have your own business. I know what I know. This is just your confirmation. I told God, after I take me a nap, I'm going to get up and make this video, because I've been sitting on this for a month, and I just been telling people around me that God is going to provide the provisions of whatever you've been trying to do. I remember speaking to this lady, and God was showing me that he was going to give her provisions. And I said, I don't know exactly what's happening in your life, but I'm just giving you a message that God has given me. And she told me I am on my way to try to have my own business, and I'm getting ready to shift away from my 9 to 5. This is how I know, because God will always send somebody around me to confirm what I'm sensing for those that's in that season of their life. Come on now, you better catch them diamonds. The money is coming. You listen, when you move away from your 9 to 5 job, it's going to seem like you have more money in your bank account than you did when you was working. Don't ask me how, but I just know that's how it's going to be for those that's already done shift from their 9 to 5 job. That 9 to 5 job is just going to be like extra money now. It's not even going to be your main source of income anymore. You're switching. You are switching in this season. Listen, for those of you where God is pulling you away from your 9 to 5, and you're like, this job has always been my anchor. So you don't want to make a move without God, because you want to be certain on what you're hearing, because it's like, well, Lord, how am I going to financially be able to be stable, especially in this climate? Because like I said, this job has been your anchor. It's been like your security, but God is saying that I've always been the anchor. I've always been the security. You can move away from it. You can step out and move away. You understand what I'm saying? You better catch them diamonds. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be better off once you are removed from this environment. You see what I'm saying? God may just be cutting you back on your hours. Some of you may not be leaving the job totally, but some are just cutting back, because now God is going to have you focus on what you already been working on. Come on now, catch them diamonds. God is your anchor in this season. Always have been. So you can start to let go of that. And at this point, you can give everything to God, because like I told you, you're going to be financially stable. This is for those that's already been sensing this. Do not make this your message if it is not. Because all of us are in different cycles in life, in different seasons. So those that already been praying about it, and you've been saying, Lord, just give me that one more sign. I need that one more sign. I need that one more sign, God. Make sure I'm hearing correctly. I don't want to make a move without you, because I don't want to drown. But I am telling you, you're not. You're going to come into this money, or this money coming right into you. Let's put it like that. You will not fail. You're coming into this money. You're going to be stable. This is your sign. Do not worry. God is setting you free from a lot of stress in your life, especially being in environments that you know that it's outdated. So, oh my goodness, listen. That is also another thing, that there are contracts in the universe that are closing out, meaning these cycles. There are a lot of you where the contract is ending, meaning on a job, meaning in your home, wherever you are, that neighborhood, in this community. It could be in that state. Contracts are ending when it comes to connections, relationships, romantic, friends, family. There are a lot of contracts ending in the universe where time is up. It is time for a shift. Come on now. That's what I've been walking into. It is time for a shift. Some of these contracts are up. Some of these connections are over. You have already fulfilled everything you needed to fulfill in that situation, in those connections, in this job, in this neighborhood, in this state. It is over. It is done. And don't you sense this relief within your body? Because you know you no longer have to stay in these places. Oh my God. You no longer have to stay anymore. You can tell it's over with. And that relief is going to be in your heart. It's going to be, you're going to feel relieved. Come on, catch them diamonds. I know what I know, what I know, what I know. 2 things before I close my message. Number 1, you have to remove the restrictions, the limitations. You have to remove that out of your mind and out of your spirit, because a lot of times we hold ourselves back with our mind. That can be a tool of hindrance. Move the limitations and remove the limitations and restrictions. Take the restrictions off God. I know it's been a long time and you have not seen an outpouring in your life, and you're so used to setbacks and delays. And I told you, delays are being denied. I mean what I said. So remove that limitations off your mind. Do not hinder yourself. You have to be ready to receive. When God is shifting things in your favor and also in the universe, He is bringing people, places, and things to you. That is how this shift is going to happen. This is how you're going to come into connections with everything that God has already spoken. You have to move with it. And that's one thing that people don't understand. You have to shift when it comes. You have to shift with everything in the life. In the universe, you got to make a move. When it moves, you move. So you can always be in alignment. So your mind can restrict you from things. That has to be removed. Number 2, while I have your attention, for those where you know that you have a gift, whether you're a seer or you speaking a prophetic, or you a dreamer, you a healer, it is time to be open and to receive that gift. And do not be afraid of it. I am also speaking from my own experience. You're going to have to lean into that gift, because I'm going to show you, just like when I met this lady and I walked past her and God told me to tell her that He has the provisions for her. I had no idea what that was about. But I sat there for a minute, because the truth is sometimes we can be afraid of the gift that we have, because we want to make sure that we know what we're hearing. So this is why I'm speaking on this. I can talk about this in another video, but I sat there for a minute first, and then God kept saying, get up and go tell her before she leaves. She's about to leave. Tell her. So I walked up to her and I said, listen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but this is what I'm receiving from God. I said, do not say anything. Just let me tell you, then you can let me know back. And I let her know. I said, listen, I don't know how long you're going to be working on your 9 to 5, but I see it coming to an end. And I said, God told me to tell you that He has provisions. I said, but I don't know. She said, no, you right on time, baby. She said, do not be afraid. She said, that's what I need to hear. I've been working on my own business. I've been getting this lined up with, everything that she needs for a business EIN number. And, she's getting ready to leave her 9 to 5 during the summer. And I was like, oh my goodness. She was like, no, you all right. She said she was getting ready to start shouting right then and there. So when that happened, this reminded me of a prophecy that my spiritual father, spoke to me years ago. That's what it reminded me of. He was telling me that when God starts using you, it's going to be with people you don't know, or it's going to be in your workplace. It's going to start in these places first, next in your life. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about it. So when that happened, I said, God, I see what you're doing. Because I constantly used to have dreams of me at people's houses and praying for them. And in one dream, I was casting demons out somebody's house because they was dealing with an entity. I was having dreams like that all the time. And then I started to see the prophecy come to pass. So this part of the video is for you to lean into that gift. Do not be afraid of it. And because that is the same path that I'm on right now. I speak all the time, but just seeing random people or strangers and people you don't know, it's different from speaking to your family and your friends. Just like I gave my friend a prophecy about the dollar amount that they were going to make on a job. I saw what the job was going to offer, and then next thing you know, it came to pass. So I'm used to doing this with people around me, but not with people I don't know, and just walk up to you and be like, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but it's coming. So this is how God, works with me to show me, confirm things in my life. So this is why I also made this part of the video for you. If you are also dealing with that as well, go ahead and lean into it, because you already know what you know. And when you are a messenger from God, in every season, there will be a group of people who are in alignment with what you're speaking on. This will also be their confirmation every season. So I like to sit with God before I release a message for a while. And like I said, this was 2 months ago. The dream I had was in 23, but it's been coming up lately. It's been creeping. It's been creeping in my spirit. So this morning it was like, let's get paid, and to speak to people about their finances and speak to them about the money that is coming and the provisions. So this is when I release something, once I double down on my confirmation, because I like to bring substance, and I like to bring things that are accurate to those who are in alignment with me, and also in alignment in that season of what God is saying to them already by themselves. So the messenger just brings the confirmation. So like I said, this is real life for me. This is not content. This is my real life off cameras. This is real life for me. So this is why I tell you, do not be afraid of your gift. You better lean into it. And also for those that's financial stability, it is happening for your life. That money is coming and it's on the way. You already got confirmation from God. This is just doubling down on what you already know. It is happening for you. Remove the restrictions, the limitations. Take God out the box. Just because it has never happened in your life before and you've always been stuck in that same place. Listen, those contracts are over. It is up. And now you're up. Catch them diamonds.